grabbing a mug, reaching for a tea bag, pouring in the hot water and letting it steep before adding a dash of milk. Making a cuppa is a glorious routine, and for many Stuff colleagues, it's a serious and even pedantic routine. Too much milk, not enough sugar, wrong type of milk, steeped for too long. Tea is also one of the topics I get a lot of requests to explain, and it's usually along the lines of, why do the tea bags we get in New Zealand taste like shit? Or do we get the dregs of the world's tea? So let's do it. And it starts with a blind tea taste test. I bought 11 different English brekkie brands, chose 7 hardcore tea drinking colleagues, and made up some paperwork so they could record their guesses. And over the course of 60 minutes, I made 77 cups of tea with 11 different brands. The results? The highest score was only 4 out of 11. 2 people got 0. No one identified Dilma, Yorkshire, Chanui or Choicer. In other words, it was pretty much a guessing game. Let's bring in certified tea master Anna Kidd.
Brand loyalty, do you think it's, and tea tribalism, is it all in people's head?
A lot of it probably is in your head, to be honest, because there won't that style of tea, CTC, is made to taste the same every single year. So there's not going to be a huge variation in the what's available, say, in the supermarket.
She says CTC, that is crush, tear and curl, and it's where tea leaves are essentially obliterated into a powder. Now, the taste experiment also showed us that the most expensive teas with proper leaves were the least favourite.
Do you think Kiwis know what a proper cup of tea is?
No, definitely not. So any kind of product or food exists on a continuum. And in New Zealand, we are very used to, or the only thing we know really, to be honest, is the bottom end of that continuum.
I wanted to know what the top end of that continuum looks like, so I came here to Zelong Tea Estate in rural Waikato. It's the world's largest organic tea farm with 1.2 million bushes across 48 hectares.
So they don't look beautiful at the moment, but this is their pre-harvest haircut.
This is Research and Development Manager Amy Reason who's showing me around. Inside the factory, it's an impressive setup.
As if you're black tea or oolong tea, you come through that door there and then you get laid out on these blue mats.
It's the off-season, so there's nothing here, but the smell, it is incredible. The same leaf is processed in different ways to create 5 different core types of tea. There's different drying, withering, tumbling, oxidizing, turning, rolling, curling, degreening, conveyoring, compressing, roasting, vibrating, sorting, packing and storing. Amy's even on the wall. Next stop, tea tasting, with General Manager Sen Kong joining us. There are 14 different teas and infusions to try. There's green, oolong, aromatic oolong, dark oolong, black infusions, breakfast, tisanes. Every single one of them different and distinct. A bombardment of aromas and flavours and textures and sensations. So is this what proper tea tastes like?
We know exactly what's in our tea and what isn't. For us, this means to essentially be as pure as possible. So that means whole leaf, it means not broken down leaf, it means not having old or degraded leaf, it means having premium quality from start to finish.
It's completely different to the tea bags that most Kiwis are used to.
They're just not used to seeing a whole leaf, and they're not used to seeing those top 3 leaves tightly curled into a ball and unfurling. They're used to seeing what they see in the supermarkets.
He's not saying it's wrong, it's just different.
So a cup of tea, not just a drink, but it's a journey. And it's one that's different for everyone.